A new survey shows that U.S. citizens are more worried about terrorism than they were after the September 11th attacks. According to Pew Research, 40% of Americans now believe the country is more vulnerable to terrorism than it was in 2001, the highest ever.
So I was a young kid. I was actually in school. I saw the towers go down from my window. So it certainly hits home for me. But I mean, I would say that there are obviously people out there that want to attack us. They want to kill us, and these so-called lone wolves also. And there's only so much that you could actually do for that.
I think that the possibility of small-scale terrorist attacks is ever present everywhere in the country.
I think ISIS is always a threat to the West, particularly Europe, but the United States as well.
I mean, I think, unfortunately, terrorist attacks have been sort of a thing of our time. It's something that's unpredictable.
Well, first of all, the American public tends to be right about national security and personal security. I've been struck over the years watching polls that people have pretty good common sense in this country, and sometimes more than we have in Washington. And so if people are saying that they fear or expect another terrorist attack, they probably have some decent reason.
Some analysts say the expensive partisan divide on countering terrorism, and not the recent string of terror attacks, is an important cause for the rising numbers. Michael O'Hanlon, top national security analyst at Brookings Institution, says the threat the U.S. faces today is no longer the same as before.
I think that the nature of the ISIS threat is one that we can't shut down entirely. Unfortunately, ISIS has mutated from the original al-Qaeda incarnation, and it's spread. And it's sort of, been broken down into a lot of small pieces. And it's metastasized, if you will. And so we don't necessarily have the same worry about a big attack that we had on 9/11, or that were kinds of attacks that were attempted, let's say in 2006, when al-Qaeda tried to blow up nearly a dozen airliners over the Atlantic at once and failed. But we do have to worry about Orlando's and San Bernardinos.